Welcome to the picturesque island of Capri in Italy. Today, we will be taking a walk around for about 20 minutes to get a true feel of the island, experiencing some of the bustling sights and scenes, as well as reaching and exploring some less traveled streets in more residential and rural, less touristy areas. We apologize in advance for some of the shakiness in our recording. Our walk starts on Via Roma, one of the main streets on the island, which ultimately connects the marinas to a vibrant heart of the town, Piazzetta di Capri. We were there in March, so it was still probably about a month or two before the main rush of tourist season, but this also made it a bit more chilly, so you see people still in heavier jackets. Capri's main tourist season starts around Easter, and runs through November, with high season being July and August. Being there in March, while much less crowded, as you will see, a number of the shops and hotels were still closed or under renovation in preparation for the busy season. As such, we feel that May, June, and September are ideal months to visit, a balance of nice weather along with less crowds. As you walk along Via Roma, as with many of the streets in Capri, you get magical views of the Tyrrhenian Sea. Although only about a 3 or 4 minute walk to the Piazzetta, this section of Via Roma has wider streets and is less congested. It is lined with boutique hotels, as well as some shops and restaurants, and the buildings here showcase a blend of traditional Mediterranean architecture and modern elegance, with their whitewashed and pastel facades facing the ocean. This tiny island, located off the Sorrentine Peninsula in the Tyrrhenian Sea, has been a renowned resort destination since ancient Roman times, when emperors like Augustus and Tiberius vacationed here. Only a little over 4 square miles, with a population of roughly 12,000 people, it is amazing that Capri draws over 2 million visitors a year, to famous attractions including the Blue Grotto Sea Cave, the Faraglione rock formations, the Villa Giovi's ruins, and the Gardens of Augustus. This staggering number of visitors is even more impressive when you take into account that the island can only be reached by boat. Capri is known for its rugged landscape, upscale hotels and restaurants, high-end shopping, and luxurious, playful atmosphere that attracts celebrities and the wealthy. Historically, the island's cafes and restaurants were favorite haunts of artists, writers, intellectuals, and the aristocracy. Today, you will find it is more visited by entertainment celebrities and famous athletes. As we get closer to the main square of Capri, Via Roma starts to narrow, and shops become closer together and more touristy. Here, even outside high season, more shops and restaurants are open to serve both tourists and locals. In addition to souvenirs, you will find classic food and beverage items, such as limoncello, as well as a variety of local artisanal products. The abundance of lemon-themed products in Capri, including limoncello and lemon-decorated pottery, is deeply rooted in the island's history, geography, and culture. Capri, like Sorrento, is known for cultivating a specific type of lemon called Femon yellow. This lemon variety was originally used as an ornamental plant, but then became renowned for its superb juice and the essential oils extracted from its peel. It is believed that citrus fruits came to Capri in the 10th century, becoming an icon of the island itself. Outside of tourism, agriculture, including vineyards, olives, and citrus fruits, along with fishing, are the next largest industries on the island. In order to support all of these activities, an aqueduct was built underneath the sea in 1978 to transport fresh water from the mainland to the island. In addition, although we see lots of cars and buses in this parking lot today, during high season the number of vehicles on the island is strictly regulated, and parts of the island become entirely pedestrian to preserve its charm and reduce pollution. As we near Piazzetta di Capri, we once again see the road narrow into a more pedestrian atmosphere, and the number of restaurants, shops, and of course, visitors, start to increase. The origin of the name Capri is uncertain. It may come from the ancient Greek word karpros, meaning wild boar, as early Greek colonists called the island Capri. Fossils of wild boars have been found on the island. Alternatively, it is believed that the island got its name from the Latin Capri, meaning goats, and it is said that the Romans referred to Capri as Goat Island. The island was actually once joined to the mainland by a thin strip of land connected with the Sorrentine Peninsula. This allowed large Pleistocene mammals to reach the island. There was a phase when Capri was also submerged under the sea, evidenced by numerous mollusk tunnels in Anna Capri. The rocks forming the island date back to the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, between 65 to 190 million years ago. Bones of large mammals such as mammoths, cave bears, hippopotamuses, deer, pigs, rhinoceroses, and dogs have been found on the island. In addition, the presence of quartzite and flint stone tools, materials not native to Capri, suggests human activity from the hunter-gatherer period. These findings again indicate that Capri was once part of a larger landmass with water flows and woodlands. As Via Roma opens up again, we can look out to the Gulf of Naples, and marvel at how this tiny island was formed over millions of years, thrust up through tectonic plate action, and exposed through the receding sea. It is these breathtaking and captivating views that attract millions of visitors a year. The elevated positions of the main city centers offers panoramic vistas that encompass a mesmerizing blend of natural beauty, historical landmarks, and vibrant coastal towns. At the edge of the main square of Capri, this open terrace provides a more relaxing venue, despite the hustle and bustle. The view of the vast sea creates a feeling of serenity and leisure, and it is a great place to pause and admire the beauty of this small island destination. But this city was not originally established for pleasure. The two main towns of the island, Capri and Anna Capri, were established in the 10th century, when populations moved to these higher, inland areas, to protect against frequent coastal raids, as pirates and marauders would often plunder seaside villages. The elevation provided better visibility of the surroundings, and was easier to defend against attacks. Today, these towns provide stunning views. From here, you can gaze across the island to the Marina Grande, the island's main port. Winding up the main road from the Tyrrhenian Sea and busy harbor, picturesque houses dot the rugged landscape. It is a perfect spot to grab a snack or gelato and take some amazing pictures. Turning around from the seaside towards the Piazzetta, we find the iconic clock tower of Capri, the Torre del Orologio. This historic structure, with its distinctive clock and bell, has become synonymous with the island's charm and serves as a focal point for both locals and tourists. If you're in need of a bathroom break, you can find restrooms down a small stairs under the archway next to the sign for the Funicolare, a cable railway that connects Marina Grande to this Piazzetta. And with that, we head into the Piazzetta di Capri itself. The Piazzetta di Capri, officially known as Piazza Umberto I, is the vibrant heart of Capri town. This charming square is often called the living room of the world, due to its lively atmosphere and central role in social life. It is often referred to as just La Piazzetta. Surrounded by cafes, restaurants, and shops, this vibrant square is the heart of Capri, and almost impossible not to pass through when visiting the island. It is a fantastic place to grab an espresso and just watch people pass time. After crossing the square, we reach Via Vittorio Emanuele to continue our walk. Via Vittorio Emanuele is renowned as the premier street for luxury shopping in Capri. Often frequented by celebrities and elite shoppers, this elegant street is lined with exclusive boutiques offering designer fashion, exquisite jewelry, and sophisticated accessories. Being on the island in March, the number of people on the street was fairly sparse. However, during high season, the Via would be buzzing with activity, as tourists and locals stroll along, mingled together. Imagine Audrey Hepburn, or Sophia Loren, browsing the windows of shops to find the latest in iconic Italian fashion. Shoppers here experience exceptional personalized service, from expert styling to custom fittings, in impeccably designed boutiques. In addition, there are a number of places to pause, to enjoy a bite or a gelato while shopping. After a bit of a walk, we turned left onto Via Camerelle. Via Camerelle, the heart of luxury brand shopping, features renowned brands like Chanel, Hermes, Dior, Valentino, Gucci, and many more. Strolling down this boulevard, you'll be transported into a world of high-end indulgence. In addition to global brands, you will find exclusive boutiques showcasing the finest Italian craftsmanship. Local artisans specialize in Capri's iconic handmade leather sandals, vibrant ceramics, and perfumes. Surprisingly, there are apartments above some of the storefronts on Via Camerelle that you can actually rent on Airbnb. Not only are they on one of the most prestigious streets in Capri, they also have amazing sea views. As we walk up and down the major shopping thoroughfares of Capri, let's talk about some of the most popular items people shop for when visiting the island. As you can see, many of these stores are dedicated to high-end fashion clothing. One of the most iconic garments popularized by this island are Capri pants. In the mid-20th century, women's wardrobes were dominated by dresses and skirts, while pants were strictly for men. That all changed in 1948, when a little-known German designer named Sonja de Lennet revolutionized women's fashion with the introduction of capri pants. Her family often vacationed here, and thus, she named the pants after the island and the fashion scene here. These new pants were radically different from masculine trousers. With a higher waistline that slimmed the figure, a cropped hem above the ankle, and a feminine shape flattering the legs, capri pants celebrated the female form rather than concealing it. They were part of de Lennet's casual capri collection that also included blouses and skirts, providing a fresh, modern look in post-war Europe. While de Lennet outfitted European trendsetters, it was Hollywood that truly propelled capri pants into the global spotlight. Costume designer Edith Head featured the designer's pieces in iconic films like Roman Holiday starring Audrey Hepburn. Other stars quickly adopted the liberating new look. From Marilyn Monroe to Jackie Kennedy, capri pants symbolized a new feminine emancipation, as women began wearing pants en masse. Today, one of the top places to look for these pants is actually closer to the Piazzetta, at the renowned La Parisienne boutique, where these timeless garments have been made to measure since the 1940s. Another popular item is handmade Capri sandals. Capri sandals originated when Emperor Tiberius arrived on Capri, wearing sandals with hard soles and leather straps wrapped around his ankles. The locals were so impressed that they immediately began making similar sandals, and legend has it that fishermen followed his example, wearing these sandals to move more easily on the cobblestones. What began as a humble, practical shoe crafted by local artisans to traverse Capri's rugged shores has evolved into an iconic fashion statement. The Capri sandal's simple yet sturdy design was born out of necessity, becoming ingrained in the island's everyday life over generations. As time passed, the sandal making techniques were refined, imbuing these traditional shoes with contemporary flair, while staying true to their comfortable, functional roots. And similar to capri pants, in the 1960s, the likes of Audrey Hepburn, Sophia Loren and Jackie Kennedy helped catapult these handmade sandals to global renown. Images of these celebrities strolling Capri's sun-kissed lanes in the classic sandals sparked desire among the jet-set crowd. Indeed, when Jackie Kennedy visited, renowned sandal maker Amedeo Canfora opened his shop at midnight to allow her to select sandals privately. To this day, her favorite styles can still be recreated at Canfora's boutique. For modern visitors, acquiring a pair of authentic Capri sandals is far more than a shopping trip, it's an immersive experience steeped in heritage. Clients become co-creators, selecting every detail from styles and leathers to colors and embellishments. In mere minutes, skilled artisans handcraft a unique made-to-order sandal before their eyes. Capri has a deep history and tradition of perfume making. Legend has it that in 1380, the Carthusian monks of the Certosa di San Giacomo prepared a floral bouquet for Queen Giovanna of Anjou's visit. The water in which the flowers had been kept developed a delightful fragrance, leading the monks to create the first Carthusia perfume. In 1948, this ancient formula was rediscovered, and with the permission of the Pope, the monks shared their secret recipes with a chemist from Piedmont. This collaboration marked the official birth of the Carthusia perfume house, which blends traditional methods with local ingredients, capturing the essence of Capri. Today, Carthusia is a renowned name in the world of luxury perfumes. They were among the first to capture the essence of Capri in bottle form, with their signature scent, Capri Forgot Me Not. Using locally sourced flowers like jasmine, roses and Capri lemons, their perfumes evoke the intoxicating aromas that blanket the island. Finally, as with all tourist destinations, you can buy meaningful, local, souvenirs from many of the shops in Capri. One beloved and recognizable souvenir is the Bell of Capri. These decorative ceramic bells are an artisanal craft, with roots tracing back to the 19th century on the island. The legend of the bell says that a poor shepherd boy on the island lost his family's only sheep one night. Desperate, he heard bells ringing that sounded like his sheep's, and followed it to the edge of a ravine. There, St. Michael, the archangel appeared, and gave him a small bell, saying, "Take this bell and always follow its sound to keep you from danger." The boy then found his sheep, and his life was filled with good fortune from that day forward. As such, over time, the Capri bell has become a symbol of luck and protection. With that, we take a left at the intersection. This places us on Via Federico Serena, a charming street that leads us away from the bustling crowds of the main square and shopping areas. It is named after Federico Serena, who was a son of a baker and worked as a waiter in a hotel. It is said he seduced the widow owner of the hotel, and ultimately became the most successful entrepreneur on the island. He subsequently became the mayor of Capri, for 13 years. Along this picturesque walk, we pass by one of the more luxurious boutique hotels, the Sina Flora Hotel. In addition to its more peaceful, yet central location, the hotel boasts stunning views of the Faraglione rock formations and the Mediterranean Sea. Many of the 24 rooms and suites offer balconies or terraces where you can relax and soak in the breathtaking scenery. It also has a swimming pool with a solarium, where you can relax and also have a breakfast, or sunset drink, on the poolside terrace. Finally, there is the Flora Bistro restaurant where you can enjoy a light lunch in the garden by the pool, a perfect place to enjoy a pizza or a caprese salad, which is believed to have been invented on the island in the 1920s. Some say an Italian mason created the caprese salad, as a patriotic tribute, using the colors of the Italian flag. Others say it was invented in the 1950s, after King Farouk of Egypt was served a caprese sandwich. We are now nearing the end of Via Federico Serena. We pass by the Carthusia perfume house on the right, and walk into a small, terrace-like area. We walk to the edge of the terrace for another panoramic island view. This time, we get a glimpse of the Setosa di San Giacomo, the Carthusian monastery that was the origin spot for Carthusia perfume. Panning the horizon, we are once again reminded why Capri has captured so many visitors' hearts. Its rugged landscape, filled with magnificent flora, and views of the crystal blue sea, is just breathtaking. This time, we look south across the island, out to the Tyrrhenian Sea. Via Federico Serena connects to the street we are walking back on now, Via Matteotti. We took a right on Via Matteotti, which ultimately leads you to the famous Giardini di Augusto. The Giardini di Augusto, or Gardens of Augustus, are a stunning botanical garden. Created in the early 20th century by the German industrialist Friedrich Alfred Krupp, the gardens are situated on terraces overlooking the sea. The gardens were originally called the Krupp Gardens, but they were renamed in honor of Roman Emperor Augustus. Augustus first visited Capri in 29 BC and was captivated by its natural beauty, as well as strategic location in the Bay of Naples. He traded the island of Ischia, to the city of Naples, in exchange for Capri. Taking a hairpin turn, we walk on a small alley parallel to Via Matteotti, to stroll through some more residential and less touristy streets, meandering our way back to La Piazzetta. Even though these areas are more residential, some of these homes and apartments are rented out to tourists. Since the days of Augustus, Capri has always been a playground of the wealthy. Unfortunately, that means many locals can no longer afford to live on the island. The other town of Anna Capri is more affordable, but many workers commute via ferry to the island from Naples. Reaching the end, we turn left, and continue our walk up another narrow street, Via Dalmazio Barago. As mentioned, Emperor Augustus fell in love with Capri, and under his reign, the island began to flourish, setting the stage for its transformation into a place of imperial luxury and retreat. After Augustus's control of Capri, his successor Tiberius relocated to the island, and further developed it by building 12 villas. Tiberius actually spent the last 10 years of his reign on Capri, likely due to political maneuvers in Rome, and his fear of assassination. One of his most iconic villas, Villa Jovis, was constructed in a secluded area, with his quarters in the difficult-to-reach and heavily guarded north and east sections. Despite these precautions, Tiberius died in his bed at 77, possibly from poison or smothering. Located on the northeastern tip of the island, you can still visit the remains of this massive villa. Surprisingly, after the death of Tiberius, Capri was no longer really visited by emperors. We only marginally hear about it as the place where the wife and sister of Emperor Commodus were banished. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Capri experienced quite a bit of turmoil. It became again a part of Naples, but was under constant pirate attacks. In the 9th century, it was given to Amalfi, leading to Byzantine and Islamic influences in art and architecture. By the 15th century, the island had two main settlements, Capri and Anna Capri, where citizens took refuge as pirate raids continued, forcing them to these higher grounds. Barbarossa, a notorious pirate, attacked and plundered the island multiple times, even capturing it for the Ottoman Empire in 1535. The constant threat of pirates led to the island's fortification, and finally in 1830, the French defeated the pirates. In the 19th century, Capri again rose to prominence, initially attracting many artists, mainly Germans from the Bohemian movement. But then shifted towards tourism for the elite, with the opening of the Quisisana Hotel, drawing royalty, aristocrats, politicians, and industrialists. The Quisisana was originally opened as a sanatorium by British Dr. George Sidney Clark. He believed that the island's mild climate was rich in health-giving virtues. The name Quisisana translates to, "here one heals." As the island became increasingly popular with tourists, it was converted into a hotel in 1861. Capri then was visited by diverse guests, including Russian exile Massimo Gorki, German artist Karl Wilhelm Diefenbach, and writer Norman Douglas. Swedish physician Axel Munthe also resided in Capri, celebrating the island in his novel, The Story of San Michele. Beginning in the 1950s, Capri transformed into the global epicenter of glamour and high society. La crème de la crème of the café society. This ushered in an era of lavish parties, opulent gala dinners requiring evening's finest attire, and an unabashed embrace of luxury living. To this day, Capri remains a dreamlike, aspirational destination, coveted by visitors from every corner of the world. Some come just for a fleeting day trip, while others linger for weeks, passing lazy afternoons sipping espresso in the piazzetta. Yet even amid the touristic buzz, Capri's soulful allure endures in its solitary, winding lanes such as these that we are walking on today. Here, time seems to slow down, allowing for introspection and a deeper connection with the island's essence. The sense of timelessness and inspiration is palpable. Artists and writers have long sought out these tranquil corners of Capri to find the muse for their next masterpiece. The quiet walking in solitude promotes introspection and provides a canvas for creativity, while the island's beauty offers endless inspiration. In these residential streets, the pace of life slows down. You can pause to admire the intricate details of wrought iron doorways, or the serene courtyards where residents plant flowers and trees. Walking these streets, you truly feel the soul of Capri, a place where simplicity and beauty coexist, inviting you to savor each moment and find inspiration in the quiet elegance of daily life. These narrow streets and high walls contribute to the unique charm and character of Capri's towns, creating a picturesque and romantic atmosphere. However, there were more practical reasons for this design. Historically, high walls and narrow streets served a defensive purpose, making it difficult for invaders or pirates to navigate and attack the island's settlements. In addition, as a mountainous island with limited flat land, narrow streets and winding pathways were a practical way to adapt to the steep terrain. Finally, the high walls protect against a number of elements. They provide shade and shelter from the intense Mediterranean sun, keeping streets cooler and more comfortable. And they act as windbreaks, protecting pedestrians and homes from the strong sea gusts. Much of these whitewashed stone walls are made of limestone, locally sourced from quarries in the island's interior. It is a practical and traditional building material, as the island of Capri is essentially a massive block of limestone. While these narrow streets are quiet and charming today, as you can imagine, if invaded by tourists during high season, navigating them for locals can get frustrating. Many locals are involved in the tourism industry, working in hotels, restaurants, shops, or as tour guides, so the island's popularity is both a blessing and a curse. A large number of tourists brings economic benefits, but also puts a strain on the island's resources and infrastructure. And just like that, we turn one corner and transition from a quiet residential-like neighborhood back to the hustle and bustle of the center of town. Since the entire town of Capri is only 1 square mile, you are never that far from La Piazzetta. We are only a block away, and you can catch a glimpse of it, straight ahead and down a few steps. We hope you have enjoyed this walk, and hope it has been informative. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, follow, and subscribe.